welcome to Nina's Knots Crochet. I'm Lynanne. If you're new here, hey, thanks for stopping by and checking out my channel. My channel, well, it's all about crochet, a little bit about knitting, and a lot about yarn. Mostly, it's about my journey in this fantastic yarny community. Today, though, we're all about Tunisian crochet. Returning subscribers, thanks so much for coming back, spending a little bit of your day with me. I really do appreciate it. So today we are going to learn a version of the brickwork stitch in Tunisian crochet, and it requires 2 colors. Now it is one of many versions of this stitch. For the purposes of this tutorial, we're going to use one color for the forward pass and another color for the return pass. There are other versions out there of this stitch, but because I'm teaching you the stitches that are in a specific pattern, this is the one that we're going to do. So we're going to just do a traditional foundation row. I'm just using some mainstays and some Michael's Soft Classic 4-weight yarn. I'm using my 7mm Knitter's Pride Dreams hook with a cord on it. The brickwork stitch for this tutorial doesn't require a specific number of stitches, so just go ahead and do what you want to do. I'm just going to do my traditional 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we're going to roll that chain over, and we're going to work into the back bumps, remembering this is our first stitch, so we never work into that first stitch. And we're going to insert our hook, yarn over, and pull up a loop all the way down the back bumps of your chain until you have the same number of loops left on your hook as those that were left that you started with. In my case, that's 10. So one more. And one last one here. We should have 10 loops on our hook. And then we're just going to do the return pass like we normally do, which is yarn over, pull through 1, then yarn over, pull through 2, all the way down. Next time around, we're going to change colors. So this is just our setup row, just to get things started, just your foundation row, as it were. So for the purposes of this one, we are going to do a pattern of alternating between the simple stitch and the twisted simple stitch. And so remembering we don't use this first leg because that's the one that's on our hook. We're going to go to the second stitch and we're going to insert our hook and do a simple stitch. The next one we're going to do the twisted stitch, simple stitch, twisted stitch, simple stitch, twisted stitch, simple stitch, and the twisted stitch. And then we're going to do the traditional edge stitch. So turn your work over, get both loops of that yarn over, pull up a loop. You're still going to have 10. Now, this is where we're going to change colors. I'm going to grab my orange, and what I do is I lay the yarn over my hook and I twist it, and then I just give it a good twist so that it kind of hangs on there really tight. And then you do your chain 1, and then your traditional pass, which is yarn over, pull through 2. And I always do that. See, you got to make sure you're working with the working yarn. I just pulled through the tail. Yikes. It happens. Mistakes happen. So we're just going to stick this back on here. We're going to twist that on there really good, and we're going to make sure we're working with our working yarn, and we're going to pull this through, pull that tight, and then yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2 all the way down until you have just, you want to stop when you have 2 loops left, because you're going to change back to the white. So you're going to bring your white back to the end here, your yarn over and pull through there. Now, when you're carrying your yarn behind, you got to make sure that you don't, yank that fabric. So if you need to, just give it a tug so it straightens itself back out. And then we're going to do the forward pass, which was simple stitch, reverse, or twisted stitch, simple stitch, twisted stitch, all the way back down. And I push the orange yarn back behind and just kind of push it back to the beginning so that the tension is about the same, so that I don't have to keep yanking it. So we're simple stitch, twisted stitch, simple stitch, twisted stitch, and then you're gonna do your traditional edge stitch. And I pulled that one a little tight, but you can see there's the 2 white loops right there. And now we're gonna pick up that orange again, and that's gonna be our return pass. So we're gonna yarn over, pull through 1, and then yarn over, pull through 2, all the way down. See, and you can see how this is turning out, where you can see the orange behind the white. Do it one more time. So we're going to loosely bring that white back over here. Oops. See, I messed it up. Again, when you're going to change colors, you want to leave the last 2 on your hook. Bring that white back. Then yarn over for the last stitch. And you have the 1 left on your hook. And now we're going to do the forward pass, which is simple stitch, reverse stitch, or not reverse stitch, but twisted stitch, simple stitch, twisted stitch, simple stitch. You get it. Just alternate it all the way down till you get to your last stitch. And then do the traditional edge stitch. And in this case, we've got orange, so we're just going to go into those 2. Yarn over, and then bring that orange back up, or whatever color you're using as your, your secondary color. Make sure you keep that a little bit tight. Yarn over, pull through 1. Straighten it out so that your tension doesn't get too tight. You're not, scrunching your work together. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. All the way to the end. Until you have 2 loops left on your hook. Drop the orange or whatever color it is you're using. Bring the white back and finish the row with the white. And there you go, you have 1 left on your hook, and that's the brick stitch. It's a little fiddly, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is what the back looks like. It's a little messy. Now, if you're brave and you want to clip your yarn after every row, go for it. I don't have the time or the energy for all that. So the back is going to be what it is. but it's the back of your work, so it's okay. But there you go. That's a version of the brick stitch. And I'm aware that there are other versions out there, but for the purposes of our end game, this is the one that I wanted to show you. So with that, you guys, I'm going to let you go. If you have any questions about this, shoot me an email, leave me a comment. You know how to get a hold of me. You know, I'm everywhere. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook. So keep practicing. Hope you have a great day. Remember, be kind to yourself, give yourself some grace, but above all, be kind to everyone, and we'll see you on Wednesday.